Right, let's go. So you want to sharpen your carving knife and you want to make it flat here so you can carve it with it easy. Now, this is how you do it. You don't just put it directly on a stone. That's very difficult, or rather it takes a lot of time to sharpen your knife like this. So what you need to do is to use a machine like this Tormek machine here, and you need to sharpen it so it gets a hollow ground over here. I'm going to show you quickly what that is. So here you can imagine that this curve here is the stone, and the stone will cut in a little bit of a concave here in the knife, if this is the knife. And yeah, I think you can get it. So this is what you want to do, and then when you have that concave there and you put it on the stone to sharpen it, it will only touch the knife right up here at the apex and back at the back side of the bevel. And that will make it a lot easier to sharpen, especially with a knife like this. This is stainless steel Magnacut knife, so it's really difficult to sharpen, although it's a lot easier than like L-Max and all the other super knives. So what I'm going to use is this little diamond honing rod. I put a link to it in the description, or at least something similar. I also use this small knife holder from Tormek, SVM00, and I will put the knife in there. Now, just tighten it up a bit. Then I put it in the regular old knife jig, and this is the old version. The modern one works as well. I just happen to have it with me here. I'm in my school where I teach woodworking. So now we just need to find the angle, and we want to make sure that we are cutting right in the middle of the bevel here. Right now I cannot really see where it's sharpening. I usually rub it like this, and then I can see the scratch pattern and see where it's at. And right now it looks like we are a bit too high actually, so I need to lower the rest. Lower the tool rest a little bit. And then this feels like I was in the back. I can also see where it's leaving the scratch marks. You can see it was in the back of the knife, so I need to heighten it up or rise it up a tiny bit more. There we go. I think we start with that, and then we'll see where we go. Start the machine and cue time lapse. Okay, that's the first side down. Now I just turn it around and readjust the settings to make sure that it's sharpening right in the middle of the flat here. And this knife has never been flattened before on a Tormek, so that's why it's taking a long time for me. Together with the fact that this is stainless steel with like 61 Rockwell or something like that. Don't remember for this particular batch. good. I think that's enough. So now I'm done with both of the sides, and I'm going to do the final honing and then stropping with the other side of the Tormek machine. Alright, let's remove the tool rest here. And I'm going to flip the machine around. Good. Now let's see if I can show you this. So you take the flat stone, and this is just a small one that I have here, and you put it on the bevel. Make sure you balance right there on the flat, and then you sharpen it back and forth. This is the easiest way to do it, just back and forth. And then you can see where it's getting sharpened, right out here at the edge and back here at the back of the bevel. If you sharpen something like a Moran knife or something like that, it's going to be twice as fast. This is a really hard steel. I believe it's about 61 Rockwell hardness, and the Moran knife is probably about, I don't know, 55. So it's a huge difference. But that also means that this knife is going to stay sharp for a very long time. And that's great, that's exactly what I want. Sharpening a knife, that's really a dirty work, so you don't want to do that all the time. And if you want your own knife like this, you can find it in my web shop. Link in the description. Now the handle is not very good. It's because I decided to keep this knife for myself. It didn't turn out the way I wanted, so I just made a simple handle for it. And now I'm going to use it in the school where I'm teaching woodworking to little kids. So it doesn't need to be fancy looking. Right, let's see if I can show you this with the camera. So here you can see the shiny spots and the dark dull one spot here in the middle, and the shiny lines out here. That's where I've been sharpening now with the diamond. And out here the bevel is very small, so it's hard to balance out there, but it doesn't need to be hollow ground out there. It's mostly in here. It's better, of course, if you can get it all the way to the tip. But in the next video I might show you a trick to actually get it more consistent, so it's really good looking. This is good enough for me for now. Right, so this is flat now, and now I only need to strop this to remove the burr, and I'm done. It will be razor sharp when I remove the burr. First of all, you want to weaken the burr, and you want to do that by sharpening a little bit on each side to sort of bend the burr back and forth and either break it off or sharpen it off. And you don't want to sharpen too much on one side, that will only make the burr bigger. So now I cannot feel the burr on either side, so that means it's pretty small, and I can just strop it off. Here you just need to balance. Don't roll the knife forward, don't put it too far backwards, just keep it flat, and try to point your eyeball at the edge to see if you can see any burr that's falling off. Might look like a bit of glitter or something shiny that's falling off. It's not doing that with this knife because the steel is so hard, but with a soft knife you might actually see a really big burr. It can look like steel wire, a tiny thread of steel that's falling off. So the only way I know of to feel if the burr is gone is to take your fingernail and run it along the edge like this, and you're not supposed to feel anything. It's just supposed to slide smoothly. But if there is a little bit of burr left, and you can feel that it starts to vibrate when it's biting into the nail and it doesn't want to slide easily. So now I know that the burr is gone, and now the knife is ready. It will cut hair, it will cut paper, everything. So there you go. That's a sharp knife. And now I can probably cut with this for, I don't know, several days before I need to sharpen it again. Or rather, I don't sharpen it again. When it's dull, then I just go back to the strop, or if I have a flat strop at home, and I strop it, and then I can use it again. Really good steel, really good way to sharpen a knife. And you don't need to use this machine again until you have sharpened away all the hollow, or maybe the knife is damaged somehow. If you drop it or something, then you might need to grind it again. But all I need to do now, if I want to sharpen it more, not just stropping, is to use this little stone, 600 grit diamond, and do that and strop it, and it's done. No maintenance for, I don't know, a whole year, maybe more. That's it.